So, in the previous lesson, we discussed how great the electron microscope is. But everything has some limitations. And we are going to have a look at the limitations of an electron microscope now. So let's say, I want to observe the life processes in a cell. But the problem here is that I cannot use an electron microscope to do this. Why is that? Basically, all the electron microscope samples must always be placed under a vacuum chamber, which means that all air must be removed. So, as living things can't survive without air, I cannot view live cells using an electron microscope. But this is when our light microscope enters the game and says, I can easily observe living cells. Look, here's me observing the movement of alive amoeba in water. But let's get back to electron microscopes, shall we? Basically, it works in a way that the object and lens are placed in a vacuum chamber, after which a beam of electrons is passed through the object, like a laser. Now the thing is that these electrons can either pass through or can be reflected from the object to make an image. Then, the electromagnetic lenses enlarge and focus the image onto a screen or even a photographic film. Did you know though that an electron microscope can also be used to examine not only whole cells but also the subcellular structure and the compartments within them? Let's study this with some fun examples. So, let me introduce you to Mr. Bob. Mr. Bob asked me for a suggestion. He wants to visualize the internal cell structures within a specimen. So, he asked me which type of electron microscope should he use. Well, I would say he should use a transmission electron microscope or TEM. TEMs are used to visualize the internal cell structures within a specimen, where electrons are transmitted through the specimen. Alright, so Mr. Bob seems satisfied with the answer. Oh well, who do we have here now? Say hello to Mr. Alex, Mr. Bob's friend. Now, he would like to visualize the 3D surface of an object. So, for 3D surfaces, I would say that Mr. Alex should use a scanning electron microscope or SEM. I think the SEM would be a great choice for a microscope because it involves the electrons being reflected from the metal-coated surfaces of the specimen. So, now that we understand electron microscopes, it's quiz time. Can you match these purposes with the right kind of microscope for them? You have got 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure you got these right. Well done. But if you could not, then don't worry. You can always rewatch the video and have another go at it.